James Gunn has done it once again, and I am so freaking hyped for the future of DC. Welcome to Bite Size Bunny, my name's Tony, and today we are going to be talking about Superman. This film is set 3 years into Clark Kent being Superman, and this film skips the origin story entirely and just drops us into this new take on the DC universe. And one of the most exciting elements about this movie is the fact that it feels like it drops you into this fully living, breathing world. It feels like you're dropped into this fantasy world that is larger than life. And by the end of this journey, I found myself immediately excited by the idea of getting to see where this DC universe was headed next. But you also get that experience without ever feeling like the story is being jeopardized by it. It never feels like this movie is trying to set up a sequel or future DC projects. It feels like it is fully focused on telling an excellently crafted Superman story that'll leave you full of wonder. But at the same time, it lays a really solid foundation that left me excited about all the possibilities. When it comes to the Man of Steel himself, David Corn Sweat is perfect as Superman. He does a masterful job at playing both Clark Kent and Superman, and the way he bounces back and forth between both personas, making them feel like their own individual characters, is truly awe-inspiring. On top of that, Rachel Brosnahan is equally as good as Lois Lane. I really loved what she brought to the character, and by the end of this movie, I felt like this was the best live-action on-screen portrayal we've gotten of Lois and Clark. The chemistry between the two feels so genuine, and there's such an interesting dynamic between these two characters during this specific stage of their relationship. It's such a refreshing take on the Clark and Lois story, and I'm really looking forward to getting to see how this relationship continues to develop and blossom throughout the franchise. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor is top tier. I actually think this is the first genuinely great live-action portrayal we've gotten of Lex Luthor. It reminded me a lot of the Lex Luthor we got in Superman the Animated Series. And Mr. Terrific is a standout character here. He's honestly such an underrated DC character, so when I heard that he was going to be in this film, I was genuinely stoked. But to make matters even better, he actually plays a larger role in this film than I was initially anticipating, and he's got some really great standout moments. Honestly, there's not a bad character in the bunch. Every person in this film does such a spectacular job in their roles, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of them. I'm especially excited to see characters like Hawkgirl play a larger role in things moving forward. And despite there being so many characters in this movie, it never takes away from the fact that this is a Superman movie. Really, I think my main complaint with Superman is that by the time you get to the final act, it does fall into some of the typical comic book movie trappings that we've grown overly familiar with. But even during that last chunk of the movie, there's still plenty of great moments sprinkled throughout it that it never feels like we're just falling into a bunch of tired tropes. Overall, James Gunn has crafted something truly special here. I loved the world, the characters. David Corn Sweat perfectly embodies Superman, and everyone else in this cast is equally as good. Kindness is punk rock, and so is this movie. I'm gonna be giving Superman an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Like, subscribe, and all that YouTube stuff. And what upcoming DC project are you the most excited for? I'd love to know.